Looking good, feeling good, smelling good, eating good, drinking good, thinking good thoughts, having a good time, sharing good energy with good people, in good places, doing good things for sure. Give me just a second here. Hmm, Interesting. Okay, so this live is not live. See, that's what's pissing me off is because I'm live, but it's not live. Like I'm now under a different YouTube and I don't see my actual live. And that's why I know that they shadow ban me harder than anybody. How do I go from 3,000 viewers just progressively down after I worked my way up? It's okay, because if that's what y'all after, if y'all after a YouTube success, y'all can have that one. That wasn't where I was headed anyway. So there's that part. Anyway, let's see what's happening with the collective since my lives get to be privatized now. This is some bullshit. Yeah, it's some bullshit. This is some deceptive ass bullshit. Somebody's trying to play games. Okay, that's what this is. Okay, so this little backstabbing little stanky thing. You know what I mean? Like whoever it is, Divine Masters, Divine Infinite. I don't know if it's the same for you as it was for me, but recently the karmic came back and tried to get back into my energy because they knew there was some stuff going on that they couldn't be a part of. This lovers partnership. But anyway, came back around recently. And they pretty much got left hanging. They got left right where they was standing. Like, I don't know if you could imagine somebody walking up to somebody's door, the door got closed in somebody's face. Like somebody literally got like a door slammed in their face. I can't believe they privatized my live, yo. This is really irking me right now that like I'm live, but it won't show anybody anywhere that I'm live. I'm literally under a different profile. Searching mine, I can go straight to my name. It won't say shit about it, and that's frustrating. Now it's letting me in. And then it makes it private right after. I hate that. That is so annoying. I've never known anything more annoying. All right, let's see. Yeah. See, like just like I said, they wasn't expecting to get ignored. Whomever this is for you, they were not expecting to get ignored. I don't know what they were expecting, but they expected the wrong thing. They no, no, no. They shouldn't have been coming around expecting anything. They thought that they had a lot of wiggle room. That's funny. At best, that's a joke. At best, at best. I believe, yep, this is justice. That's what I was about to say. I believe this is justice being served, but the cards are going to show me too. Yeah, I believe that's what they were entitled to, the slamming the door in the face. Because honestly, when people like that come back around me, like this person did recently, like within the last few days, exactly what I did was ignore. Because that's what you do with narcissists, you ignore them. But this one was being like a bugaboo, like go through and like all your pictures. It was just kind of like I got to the point where I was like, you know what, you gotta block this person because they're gonna keep liking everything. They're gonna follow you. People gonna see that they following you. You don't even fuck with this person, so you really don't want that association. And I was like, I was hesitant at first, but then the person actually started doing the shit that I was thinking. Like within seconds, yo, you send an inbox, you don't get that inbox read. Yeah, because I was sitting in this Queen of Wands energy. You don't get this inbox read, so then you go to uh following a bitch and I don't even fuck with you. You done did all kinds of shit behind my back. And I'm supposed to be like, yeah, no. Yeah, I'm telling you guys, this if this hasn't happened for you already, you need to go ahead and be prepared so you can stand firm in the fact that you don't fuck with them and it's not a game. Yeah, you moved on. You have moved it on. Okay? Move it. Move it. You had all that you needed. You are all that you need. I don't know what they thought. That was some weird mess too. I think that's just like you can just expect that. because this tower is a tower moment to anybody who ever brought something your way. I'm just letting you know. Anybody who ever brought something your way, anybody who ever looked at you and while you was in this energy, they can expect to have to deal with some really big stuff, some stuff way bigger than them, way bigger than you. Well, for them, it's going to be, yeah, because you coming back would just be on the physical. You know what I mean? You literally, if you were to come back, you would do things on the physical. That's where you would take it first, you know? And since, none of them are bold enough to try to fight you, uh, yeah, that's what they ain't going to do. That's all they have, the desire. Yeah. You moved on. Like I said, a lot of people are in, I don't even want to call it disbelief because they see it. So I don't like seeing it's believing it. So they could just keep watching. That's the energy I feel like you are in too while you're in this transition. Like, okay, you guys can just keep watching, keep reaching out if you feel the need to reach out so you can get blocked because that's all the energy they're getting. They're getting blocked and put back in there wherever they go, whatever swamp they came out of. This is what they're getting when they come towards you. They know it. You're getting the truth about themselves, and you're not saying a word to convince them. You're just kindly block, and they know. They know what's up. They know what they did. They know what you know. They know you know enough. They know that the game's over. Jig is up. There's nothing left here. There's nothing at all. You're this is you're in this. You're already, that's what I said. I said that in a reading a long time ago. They were going to stay stuck in their illusion that there was an opportunity with far too long, so far long that they wouldn't realize that the point had already passed for them to even have a chance at winning. And that's exactly what they did. And they're sitting here just now figuring this out when the collective literally found this out a long time ago. The collective knew this probably back in September, October. They just were kind of like, okay, we're going to just continue to deal with this until finally that got stopped. You were just resilient through their constant, efforts to keep you down. You kept looking like this. They kept telling people it was an illusion. It was. It was the illusion that they trapped those people in, for them people to not look with their eyes and see what they saw. That's the illusion. The fact that they got all these dummies, okay, because that's where I'm sitting y'all right now, to look with your eyes and see what you saw and say it was something different. Ah, no, so and so told me they homeless. You see the wallpaper? It's the same wall. How they get wallpaper in the? Oh, that's what I don't understand. People claiming you was homeless, but there's wallpaper that literally went up within the first 2 months of this person relocate. Like it's just the dumbest of the dumbs. Like this was available to everybody with eyes. Like it's so weird. It's so extra stupid. Yep. They also saw that you had this major choice in love coming up. They could not resist the opportunity. Okay. They just could not. They could not resist the opportunity to try to ensure that you, in some way, shape, or form, were too burdened with their attacks to even see that you had a let up offer. Know that you had, look, from the King of Swords. You just came out here as a Queen of Swords. From the King of Swords, they thought that you would just be too busy sitting there trying to be patient to go through the battles to even acknowledge that you had someone. They thought that they had you under their spell, which was going to make you believe that this false twin was somebody for you to even give your time, effort, and energy to. They did not see it all. They didn't see this. They didn't see this victory. But that's what they weren't supposed to. I don't know how else to explain it. Like they weren't supposed to. They were supposed to be blinded. They were supposed to think that like nothing was going on. They were supposed to be unaware of, the connection that you were establishing and creating and maturing. It's not, and I'm gonna keep it 100. Look, and then the illusions card. I'm gonna keep it 100. The way these two in these unions, these twins come, the real twins come together in the union to connect with each other is it's like it is like it's spotless is what I heard. I just didn't want to say that because I was like, that's very like dramatic, but that's what it is. It's spotless. Like they are spot on with knowing and understanding what's happening with the other person, being available and there for the other person to help support them and be a positive reinforcement. Because I 100% felt that from my divine masculine. As soon as that energy, that the one, the parasitic energy came back around, my divine masculine showed up. What is this? Yep, showed up. My divine masculine did not leave me out in the cold. My divine masculine did not leave me in some type of illusion to think that I wasn't his choice, that I wasn't what he wants and whom he wants and where he wants to be, etc. And I can't say that, I can't say anything, but like that's what these unions are for, and I'm eternally grateful. Like for me, it doesn't take much. Like you can just be there for me to not get my foot, my pinky toe stabbed on the bed. I'm like, good looking, like because that shit hurts. Like nobody likes to go through, hiccups and make mistakes. Not that I felt like I would. I just felt like every second matters and counts with respect to allowing these people in your energy, which I was right. Yep. Yep. It allows them the time that they need to get away with their spells as well. So if you dilly dally and let them be in your energy to try to see if they're going to confess or try to see if they're going to tell you or to don't play in that energy. That's you showing again, that is you showing the universe that you don't want what you want. And trust me, for it took me 10 seconds to be like, nope. And my divine masculine was right there. His energy, he did not leave me alone. And that's the beauty of it. It's like, you're not alone anymore. So, yeah. And they also know like what the result of, that action and activity taking place. Ooh, ooh. Because you're a master magician. Yeah. You got to hold back. You don't regret it either. You don't regret anything that you've ever done. At this point, you're like, shoot, got me where? Oh, okay. I'm with who? Okay. And why? Aha. Yes, yes. Yes, 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 yes. I don't regret a thing. It got me to be where I am with who I want to be with, sharing what I want to share most. And all that it don't have to matter because the things that I want, money can't buy. A lot of the things that I desire in this lifetime, money can't buy. And you gotta work hard for it. And you can't buy it. And you gotta work hard for it. So just in case. Yep. That's why we're off to this new beginning. That's why this is, the dead set right now. There is no other trajectory. There's no change, altitude is on, I don't know, high, I don't know what. I don't feel like your vibration can go down either. I almost feel like it's like as soon as you are faced with an opportunity for your vibration to go down in any way, shape, or form, you almost like you see the chart and you're like, okay, I'm here and you talking about here. Yeah, okay, so no. And for a lot of people, you won't even lower your vibration at this point anymore. That's the energy I felt like we were walking into when I went to the airport, which was last week, Friday. So at the end of the month. Yeah, exactly. So I feel like that's the energy that we were walking into to be able to receive this new beginning. Yep, look, was the energy of okay. I understand being patient, but I also know when to give, when not to give, and that I've got to, I gotta be who I gotta be. There's no more, handouts. Yeah, I gotta break all the hearts necessary. If this is what has to happen, this is what has to happen. Sometimes that's just what has to happen for some people. You can't like, I don't know, you can't mend everybody's hearts, especially since a lot of these people that we're walking away from, it's not something that we cause. This is a lot of childhood trauma. This is relationships that existed and had their place before we even met these people that need to be healed. And if they're not focused on that and they're just focused on us, we can't really be there for them, not in the way that they would need us to, because we wouldn't want to be there through that. We would want them to handle themselves accordingly and heal themselves accordingly in order to be able to be with them because we don't want someone who's going to, I don't know, bleed all over us. We out here in this fresh white linen. You won't come bleed? Nah, we good. And I'm not trying to be mean, but it's like that's just they just have to understand that because essentially that means we get our clothes dirty. So then we have to find new garments. If you understand what I'm saying, we have to find a new way of existing someone who's not healed, and that's just not something that we're built to do. We were built for the moment that we were in with them, and I assure you, it was great. Let's go. Everyone is, right? They're always great while you're in it, right? But now we're moved on to this level of, okay, I want to be able to maintain my greatness. I want to be able to continue to build off of it as I have, but without the constant weeble wobble and uncertainties of, matters that mostly come to the heart and like trustworthiness and like loyalty and things like that. Yeah. Keep on breaking them hearts. Yep. Now you're getting ready to move into this relaxation. Oh, I can't wait for that. Can you wait? I cannot wait. It's always the best. You have so many options too on what you can do. And I feel like for the divine feminines, the ladies in wait, we don't even know. So it's kind of this wonderful mystery, but I think it's really fun to kind of get yourself ready for something you don't know about. Like that's what I feel like the divine feminines are finding joy in not having to be worried. Like they really are, getting snuggled in their passenger seat. Like that's what I'm getting. I'm getting passenger princess energy. So divine feminines are getting, I don't know, I feel like they buckled in that seatbelt. Yep. Queen of Cups, Ten of Cups energy, buckled in that seatbelt. They're ready. This looks beautiful. You know, whomever's got these heartaches, they'll be fine. As long as they focus on themselves. That's what they should be learning in this instance. Yeah, yeah, they'll find good news and like be able to work with other people if they grow and commit themselves to learning and studying and understanding what hard work and commitment building and what success and collaboration and teamwork looks like when it's in the positive, done with enthusiasm for positive things. I guess you got to kind of add that now for positive. If you want a positive outcome, like I don't even know why that's like whose idea was it to go negative? But again, we totally appreciate that too because we wouldn't have an example of what not to do. We couldn't be exalted over here if you weren't, whatever that is over there. I don't even know what that is. All right. Anything else? I just figured I'd come on and tell people like be excited because I know when things show up for me, they show up for my collective. So if my karmic came back around, the one that's been doing all this dark magic came back around, I like they don't realize every single time I turn around, like with every month, with every like moon cycle, I feel like it is, one of the karmics from one of the teams shows me. So if it's like my divine masculine, my twin, the person, it's like his karmic ex will come and like antagonize me and I'll be like, oh, okay, so he's cutting cords over there, and then one from my side will come and do something and, oh, I'm cutting cords over here, like cool. The more they come, the quicker they come, the faster they harder they fall, because it's like every time they come they get met with nothing. They get met with absolutely nothing. They come in drier than when they got there because they were so thirsty on their way. I'm just keeping it 100. I'm just keeping it. And you, the Queen of Cups, just sitting there with all the cups, and you just not handing out nothing to the world. You're just like, yeah, well, build your own. Y'all said you were so hopeful. Y'all said you could. Go ahead, start from ground zero. I feel like in most instances, a lot of these people are actually have it better than you did to be able to build off of because they got you as an example, collective. They could look back and, since they was digging in the Kashik records, look at your divine masculine always showing up to try to match you. You in love, I'm in love too. We're building, yes, we're building. We got the cups, yes, we got the cups. I split it again on the truth. What am I telling you? The truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. So help them, but don't like in reality. Don't do it. Don't give them anything. Don't give them nothing. Yep. Focus on your um, sanctuary, regrouping. Wow. Manifestations. Okay. So right now it's just pure manifestations. It's just pure, and that's what, oh, and it's 111 over here. And I've been seeing that an 1111 a lot. I've been seeing all the synchronicities, to be perfectly honest. I saw 666 last weekend, which is making sure that everybody is well suited for the next phase. If you guys didn't know that, that's what you should know. Making sure that everybody's well suited for the next phase. So that's what was happening last weekend. Might have even had some headaches too over the last weekend. But I feel like everybody, I mean, I feel like without a hitch, yep, without a hitch, yep, everything that you've, it's like everything that needed to be left was left because this was the devil card and it fell down on my leg. So it's like everything that needed to be left has been pushed down, and I feel like you're right on time. Yeah, it's almost kind of like you run right into your emperor energy. Like you go, you're just there's nowhere else to go. You cannot turn. It's like one of those things. Like you can't turn around because the road is too narrow right now. Where you're at this point, it's too narrow. You can't. You have no choice but to become an emperor. Okay, you have no choice to become it, but to become an. Yeah, you heard me. You have no choice but to become an emperor. I couldn't even mutter anything else up. You have no choice because you did what you were supposed to do. Ooh, they don't like that kind of energy. Yeah, they sitting over here like this. They're lost without you. But they don't realize they were lost before you too. So it's like, hey, look, you have again, you have the example of whatever it is that the collective tried to show you when they were with you. You have an exemplary example. Watch it, learn it, love it, enjoy it. Because if you want to take the right steps to get to where you say it is that you want to be, then that's the example, right? Like we all know that. Yeah. I feel like that's the truth. Like, yeah, that's the honest truth about the two paths and which judgment to take. Maybe if somebody's confused. No, it looks obvious to me. Yeah, maybe somebody's wondering, like, oh, is that how I put down my burdens? Yeah, kind of, sort of. You have to face karma no matter what. And that's the truth. Everybody's got to walk through their karma. But the thing about it is just stay steadfast through that karmic energy. Don't make hasty choices. Don't, somebody needs this info. I feel like have you not been watching the readings? This person wants marriage, whoever that is. There's somebody out there who wants marriage, but you got to do that soul searching. Maybe even somebody who's curious why their marriage isn't soul searching. I feel like it's a lot of people though. Again, I'm one that's going to tell you I wholeheartedly, yep, look, I wholeheartedly subscribe to the fact that there is not a person. Don't worry, I'm getting my nails done in a few minutes. There's not a person on the planet who doesn't want to be loved, who doesn't want to be in a loving relationship, no matter how much fun they say they're having. Who really wants the constant like uncertainty, you know, of different people all the time? Nobody. We're not even made like that. We're not. We're not even made like that. Yeah. But this truth maybe will help bring judgment for some people or help some people to bring judgment or, call judgment in their own lives. But again, remember, I made sure I mentioned previously when you call judgment, when you feel like you're earning the right to call judgment, you want to make very certain that you're clean. Like make sure your nose is clean in every fashion because you can't call judgment. Oh, that's the other thing too. So you're like walking karma, right, collective? You're walking karma for people, right? And now it's like you're walking karma, but in a different way, where you're only being exposed now, moving forward, to the people who will actually do the right thing and benefit from your energy. So just know that, because of your discernment that you were gifted with, so you know when to walk away, you know when to fold them, like fold the people up and like dismiss them is the energy I'm getting. But yeah, you know which offers to take, which invitations, and that could be for with respect to business, creative expressions, a love relationship, being swept off your feet. You'll know when to let somebody sweep you off your feet. Yeah. Look, and for masculines, you'll know when it's your divine feminine. You'll know when it's the empress. You'll know when to make that full romantic offer. So it's fine to hold back until you know, which I feel like if anybody's just getting into the phase of being like, okay, that person just came around. Now I'm ready to focus on a new person. Yeah, you're all clear and set to go. Just never look back. Remember, you turn to stone when you look back. If you're making that mistake of looking back and going backwards, that puts you in this Eight of Swords energy. And when you're really supposed to be like this, like, don't, these two are so far away from each other. Don't ever get back there. Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and let the Empress out because I was seeing that while I kept looking over here at the Emperor. These two are tied together. These two are tied together. And the wild thing about it is like, I don't know, it's like the both light and dark surrounds this union, these connections, that are built between an emperor and an empress. Um, One, I'm saying that because cards are 3 and 4, 7. This is down here at the bottom of this, but I just really get a sense of like, because it's got the two people tied at the bottom. And those two people in this card are tied to each other. And one has grapes growing from their tail, and the other one has fire. So I feel like it's like a something to quench the fire. I don't know, to make, I don't know, warm juice. It'll stop. Okay, the sexual energy is beyond me. Like, I knew that. Okay, if you find yourself irritated, divine feminine, take some deep breaths and calm down. Divine masculine, same. It's that pinned up sexual frustration. Yo, I'm just being honest. I feel like I need to like stay up late and do an 18 plus reading, because like just with all of my like sultry cards, because I feel like the energy is so intense. If somebody does not get some soon, like, and I feel like the problem is nobody wants to like run the risk of messing up their divine union, you know? No one wants to put their divine union off balance. So they won't they won't go and extend themselves in that fashion, which is also why a lot of these people are like, some of these past people won't come back around for some of you, and you're totally comfortable with that. So, but yeah, that's all I really wanted to come on here for, was to let you guys know, like, hey, look, the time is now. We are moving into the final frontier. It's literally like, yeah, it's time to recognize that. I think the community has recognized that. I think it's kind of being felt. I think it's like an undeniable, like, they feel the vibration rising around them in all their negativity. They feel us working through other people on the planet. And they're irritated because they thought that they were the only ones capable of working through the energy of the world and extending out energy so much. Like, I don't know if you heard about it, but I've always been feeling like the collective energy is going to come together, like, it's going to be so close knit to wanting the same things, and looking at the vibrational chart so well that it's like, okay, let's just stay, and once you get concentrated energy in a certain space, it's bound to have an effect to do what it will, to what it's there for. And that's exactly what's happened. A lot of, yep, a lot of illusions have been broken. A lot of stalemates, a lot of people trying to make truce, a lot of people that were sitting on the fence and at a crossroads, are having to really make the difficult decisions, or they're being made for them. Those painful choices, the stressful decisions, they're being faced with all of that right now. They are being so torn within their life on like where to go, how to fix, what to do next, how to reprieve is not in their world right now. The people outside of you that try to go against you being in your right mind, like, that's what I feel like. Again, a lot of heavy mental magic, at a high level, and I feel like it's because they knew they had to get so many people involved in order to try to get higher than your vibration would be, but it wasn't possible, especially once the emperor and the empress started working together. um, This is really beautiful. This is really, really beautiful. Let me see. I want to get another deck. Yeah, taking those risks to lay those burdens down always prove to be very um, fruitful. I feel like you get what you want, not in a, weird, possessive type of energy, just kind of like, hey, I work really hard and I'm gonna put in the effort and the energy and whatever's asked of me to do, I'll do it. If it means me receiving what I want to and not having to hurt someone else in the process. You know what I mean? Like unnecessarily. If someone's being hurt by just the sheer lack of desire to leave you alone, because it's almost kind of like telling people you have to be with who wants to be with you. Like, what? It's like telling a kid, like, oh yeah, be comfortable with people touching you that you don't want to be touched by. Like, ah. So I feel like you're in the right of mind. You're in the right energy. Ooh, okay. Spirit said do not play with the cards. Okay. Sun energy out here. Very much so. You are in the upright position. You have a lot of positivity, a lot of pleasure that you are feeling and seeing and seeking. A lot of happiness and energy, vitality, and fun. Um, Success and celebration of such is also what I'm hearing. Yeah, I'm feeling like these burdens have all been laid down. Like if there was one more, it's coming like to a close when the union comes together, because it's right over here on top of this lovers with the investment and the resilience. Like they have the resilience to make the investment and they continued at it, and now they're putting this burden down. They didn't mind the extra responsibility and hard work to complete the goal to receive this. And that's why they're having these major chances to choose in love their soulmate, a kindred spirit, a perfect union, a perfect partnership and relationship, romance, desire, sexual connection, shared values. I guess that's what it is going to be displayed here, is to show people that, like, no, wait a minute. Like, even because it's a part that the collective had to let go of perfectionism in order to actually receive exactly what was perfect for them, right? Um, letting go of that freedom of, like, understanding that, like, if it's for you, then it is perfect. I guess, which is what I've been kind of saying this whole time. Like, a turkey sandwich with tomatoes and alfalfa sprouts, and that might not be perfect for somebody. But clearly, that's what's on my mind and heart right now, collective, and that would be perfect for me anyway. But right now, you're headed into this head over heart, disciplined, truthful, honest, mental clarity type of energy, where you're also very wealthy in your business. You're leading, you have a lot of security. Maybe you have a lot of psychic ability on how to maintain your security and discipline and abundance and prosperity. And you know when to be generous or when you can. Or maybe you're kind of putting yourself in um, the right position to be generous whenever you want to. Let's just say that, because I feel like there are opportunities to be generous, but it's in different ways moving forward. It's not in the answering people's calls for help. Yeah, it's you're going to do this now when people come to you for help looking for, you know, you're going to disconnect from that and reevaluate it from the perspective of, like, no, you're going to be more so in the energy of being inspired to give without the knowledge of the person that's needing. Remember, I said there needs to be more of that, because people who need or ask doesn't necessarily mean that they're learning anything. When you fulfill that, you're also taking on their karma. But when you do it in this way of inspiring, someone inspires you not by way of asking, but just living their day-to-day life. Like I said, feeding the homeless, seeing people that are homeless and then taking it upon yourself to make a difference. Like those shows where they would go and, like, redo somebody's house unexpectedly, you know like that. That's the type of energy that I'm finding, like unexpected. Um, and it's going to take place with people who actually receive, I mean, who are actually in alignment with being able to receive said help or encouragement or whatever it is that you're going to be bestowing upon people when you start giving to people in this new season. Basically, they've been soul searching, or they are soul searching. They are contemplating, they are seeking wisdom from you, but not from in a way from like even having to ask you, but just seeing you and knowing that you exist on the planet. To some people, like in some instances, you just need to be like blind gifting people, just coming out the air with, I saw that there was a need, but just never being known. Yeah, and mostly with people who are looking for new ideas and have a thirst for knowledge, um, that are trying to communicate maybe a lot of mental energy, um, and are seeking fairness, and justice. And, it's like this is the way we want to give back, right? That's the legacy that we want to be able to build, is one that calls for people to do, this with themselves, be honest with themselves, and then sit in the seat of justice. Yeah, this is immaculate. Again, this is some really beautifully built energy, because I don't feel like this comes overnight. Like, I feel like you do achieve this, but anybody that's looking in from outward, like, this is something you build, people. This is something that takes time and effort and energy. There's a lot of um, commitment and loyalty and experiences, because it's not like this table is just a bunch of cards. These are life experiences that take however much time they take. Some things could have been being built for 10 years, some 16, you know some 45. You never know. So you have to be considerate of the fact that we're all on our own journey. Don't try to be. Yeah, I knew it. These people are defeated. These people, they're stuck in that illusion still. A lot of them, especially in these communities. All right, I think I'm gonna cut it here because I don't want to get into that again. It just seems to kind of like keep repeating itself. And again, we were concerned and confused. Like, a lot of us were perplexed a little bit. Like, what are we going to read on after we've gotten into our unions? We know we're all good. This is what we're left to read on: the defeat and resentment and abuse and conflict and arguments and aggression and chaos of the competition that they're all experiencing amongst themselves. Their unconsciousness, and them coming out of illusion, or being stuck in an illusion, or maybe trying to find their own intuition and still being deceived even. So watching them in their cycles, and I'm not sure that I want to be a part of that. I'm here to help people out of them. um, mm, that's a hard one for me. I feel like that's maybe where a lot of the collective is right now, is like, oh, do I really want to just be sitting in this energy reading? Like, there are karmic readers, there are readers who are stuck in their cycles, who don't mind, watching other people call judgment and move forward. But, you know, as long as they're at the level that they're at, maybe they understand that they're a bridge, for people, and they're comfortable with sitting in that cycle, as long as they receive the money. Yeah, I feel like some people, yeah, because that page of pentacles is down here. So I feel like there are some, I don't even know why all of this is coming out. I guess maybe to help other people maybe disconnect and detach, not just from like the past and like what the outcome is for their future, but maybe possibly even some, oh yeah, okay, readers who are keeping people stuck in their cycles, in their cycles, meaning the karmic reader cycles, because as a collective you're ready to move on, which is why you might be hearing this message, but you are not able to do that just yet. Now there are the solid few who know how to listen to the other reading, just to find the little things to know, to kind of the warning signs to look out for, like, that's where I'm struggling right now, like that kind of energy. But if it's still hurting your heart when you hear the stuff, or your gut gets wrenched, or you get enraged and you're not transmuting that energy, because it's fine to let yourself feel the energy of rage that comes from one of these readings, if you know how to transmute it, so that you're not putting it on other people, that you're changing what it is into something else before you let it back out of your space. So that's what I'm understanding. Like, if you're at the point where you can do that, continue to do what you want to. But if you're at the space where it's affecting your energy and you get unsettled, and you have to go sage and smudge and clear energy, you got the bubble guts for no reason, because you shouldn't be nervous about your future because it's bright. Only thing you should be concerned about is, do you got sunglasses? Okay, so they're in this reflection, reckoning, awakening, spiritual calling energy. Their judgment has been called, and they have to sit in and where they're at, and you don't want to get caught in someone else's cycles is what I am hoping this to be the message with that. Okay, I don't feel like there's anything else. I feel like maybe once I get the energy right, actually might not. um Once I get the energy right, I'll hop on and do a love reading. um but again, don't push up my energy to like, yeah. Yeah. I don't know. I get like these people are just having all these traumatic events, you know. Yeah, they want to play the victim maybe, but it really is hurting them. Like that's the thing too. It hurts them more that they can't move on. That's the biggest part, I think, for a lot of these people. They maybe didn't know, yeah, or wanted to, I don't know. They wanted to remain oblivious to, I don't know, the fact that they were losing. Yeah, that their efforts weren't going to be fruitful. I keep hearing that. Fruitful, fruitful, multiply. Yeah. Yeah, that they weren't going to be able to, because that fell right here. I don't know if you could see that. Yes, you could. Okay. It fell right here on top of the defeat, resentment, like that they couldn't get in the way of this happy family, this blessing, of your well-being, um, your new ideas, your breakthrough, you know, realizing the truth. They could not get in the way, can't get in the way of what you're feeling. Mm, mm, mm. How dare they? Like it's almost kind of like, were you trying to wear this person's skin? Were you trying to wear the collective skin? In that, like, you want to get in the way of what they feel about themselves and their own. Like, that's just so incredibly weird. Have you not your own flesh to like yield to, like, do greatness or non-greatness with? Like, what the hell? How does anyone even accomplish any of their goals if they don't have any? If their goal is only to like be at someone else. My goal is only, yeah. Uh-oh. All right, there's some little friends or something. Maybe of the emperors, some nostalgic old friends. You may be sifting through. You may be sifting through divine feminine. I feel like, yep. Divine masculine is maybe realizing things about friends and understanding where to place them, and how to examine it. And I think divine feminine is allowing that process to take place organically, but is also like being very aware of like, nope, not that friend. Nope, that friend's not gonna be any good. Nope. Yeah. That discernment is on fleek. I'm just saying, yep. Look, I feel like because in the fall you learned everything that you needed to learn. In the fall of last year, you learned everything that you needed to learn about the people, places, and things. You went through that phase of renewal and healing in the fall. So what you're doing right now is just the reset. This is the reset. You ever be blow drying your hair and the blow dryer turn off and all you gotta do is just push that little button? That's all you're doing. You're just reaching over right now. It's just like, I don't know, you ever play something like slow speed? So you slow down the speed and it goes, sloth like energy. So I feel like it just feels like that to you because it's had to mimic that energetically for other people who are caught in these illusions that need to wake up to have that little bit more time. We always are, collective's always allowing things to take place, whether we like to think so or not, to give people an opportunity to help themselves get on the right side of things. And that's essentially what just happened. Like, this was that moon cycle to allow a few more individuals to be faced with the truth, to see that judgment was being called on them and what they were up to, and to make some decisions about what they want to do next with their lives. Yeah, if they had the strength and courage to be serious about what they wanted to do next in their lives. Oh man, is that pizza? Oh no, I must just be hungry. I said turkey sandwich, now I'm on pizza. Rescue me from my own heart. I'm sorry, I'm just thinking out loud. I am hungry though. Okay. And I do want a turkey sandwich with alfalfa sprouts. Yeah, you got your priorities together. That's also the thing they would need to be able to do too. It's to like create finances for themselves, not looking for the handout type of energy. I feel like people have always taken care of them. And if, in the instances where they should have continued to build with whomever they had available to build with, they didn't. Be it us or, or someone else. Like they had their opportunities to build with the collective or whomever else is out there in the world that they could have built with and they didn't. And now, they're suffering, the agony of defeat. Yeah. Yeah. Because the collective was smart. The collective was smart about like deciding again where and whom they wanted to give to, when, why, right? And now they're in the phase where it's like any day now, like any day now, I'm going to be given to the person of my dreams, or I'm going to be receiving from the person of my dreams the things that you need the most. Like some people need a place to put their love, other people need a place to receive it. And I feel like it's just a constant recycling of that energy, like giving and receiving, giving and receiving. And now you're going to be in that energy of giving and receiving instead of being the energy of giving, replenishing, giving, replenishing. You see how awkward that is? Giving and receiving, giving, doesn't that feel good? Like warm juice. I don't know. I saw that again. My apologies. Not really, because I'm excited for it. If you've been holding out like me, you're excited for it too. So you understand that whole like pent up sexual frustration energy because it's like, can I just get it already? Okay. Because some things we turn back into our carnal first selves. Anyway, but you know that this is all for the greater good. This is that solid beginning, strong foundation. If you are not young, you have the youngest energy out there that's young but grounded. And you are receiving this, I feel like, actual financial security and family and inheritance. Inheritance may be actual inheritances for some. For some, it may be spiritual inheritance, meaning you will learn new things. You will be able to see things. You will be able to recognize the generational curses that you're actually ridding of from your family line, which will be an indication of you to keep going. Um, you know, might even come to you in dreams, is what I'm hearing. Is for those who are at the beginning of their work, might even come to you in your dreams. Part of it, though, is maybe a lot of the beginning work has a lot of mental overload and trying to find sanctuary and solitude in that, while also still giving to others in a correct and positive way may be the difficulty for the people that are just starting this. But for the collective, we've set great examples of that, and I feel like all the things that we want to pour out, it's just a matter of time. And I know it feels like, but it's just a matter of time. Like right now, this is where you are, hanging up the clothes, getting things organized and ready and in place, so that you can prepare. you know this what I feel like is a big feast for like everyone that's going to be able to benefit from your wealth of knowledge and information. I was thinking inspiration and information at the same time. Yep, which is also like that's this judgment. So judgment doesn't, if you think about it, it's not a quick process either. When juries go back to deliberate, it takes a little time. So just imagine it like that, but you already know like that these people are guilty. They've already done the guilty. Now they're going back to look at like each imprint and like solidify the time. That's what I'm feeling like with respect to the karmics. With respect to you, it's kind of like you're you don't even know what's about to take place. So, and I don't believe that I'm supposed to tell you, but exactly what you're working on for divine masculines is whatever you take your next step towards is what you will be successful in. Yep, I ain't lying. Whatever you're passionate about that you take your next step in, take charge. It's right there in the corner. I know you see it. Whatever you're passionate about, once you take charge and move your energy into that direction, you will receive what you want to. Again, I don't, especially right now, I'm not focused on masculine or feminine because we already have both the emperor and the empress out here on the table, and you guys keep matching yourselves up energetically, which I think is perfectly fine to be in the Queen of Wands energy, passionate and take charge and energetic. Yeah, that's an important part of manifestation. Again, I believe firmly that, as a divine being, in order to manifest, you do have to be able to embody all these different upright energies, Queen of Wands and King of Wands, King of Swords and Queen of Swords, because they're different energies that make a whole very valid and resourceful and, I don't know, immaculate human, Hmm. Yeah. You'll see this rapid change and domino effect, and that's the third time the domino effect has come into my energy. And again, with what has happened recently with respect to my karmic test or whatever life test, I don't know what you want to call it. Life tests in general, like they've all confirmed. The families have confirmed. The romantic relationships have confirmed. The business entities have confirmed. Like everybody for me now has confirmed. So I want that to be encouraging to the collective that if you haven't got all of your confirmations, let this be number one, your breakthrough. Yep. Keep your eyes focused on that. And wow. Wow. It's just repeating what I just said, actually. It says breakthrough, inspiration, new direction, achievement, recognition, being in the spotlight, abandoning and walking away from disappointment, the cycles of life and fate and good luck, the wheel of fortune, right? Financial hardship is being left out in the cold and struggle is complete. You're now in a cycle of wholeness. There's the end of that previous cycle of not having. And out in the cold means struggling to find someone who will like, for instance, for divine masculine, if you ever encountered any instances where you were sitting around bored on the weekend, but your friends all going to hang out with their girls and they doing stuff, in that energy, but you don't have someone, so you can't engage in the same way. It feels awkward. It feels like a third wheel. You don't have to go through that. For divine feminines, if you've been struggling to, support all of your, things that you like to do to be lavish and spoil and splurge on yourself, that's the time that you're coming into because you've been so um, grateful for all that you've already received. That period of self-evaluation and awakening is to be forgiven. You've stood on those scales, so you're not being judged. You're just continuing to make the moves, make this move. I just want to get everybody aware. I think the Six of Wands is out here twice. I almost want to say the Wheel of Fortune might be too, or the Star, one of the two. Justice is definitely out here twice. Okay. I don't think there's anything left to say. I think that's like this is the tower's right behind us too, and I was focused on the domino effect of it. So it's like everything day by day, you see it's like all falling down around the people outside of you. Whether you just see that like energetically and like the way you feel, you might wake up just feeling lighter. You might wake up acknowledging that things have changed. You may wake up and like see things from a different perspective, or see something somewhere else and be like, oh, now's the time to move. You'll know exactly when. That's all I know. Okay. All right. I hope this has been helpful and insightful in some way, and I will catch you on the next one. Later.